And I'm trying to live organic though, actually. My wife, she was going to Whole Foods and blowing like an entire paycheck buying one steak. And I was like, this is bullshit. And so like I was driving into I live in Hermitage, and I'm driving down the interstate. As soon as I get down the interstate, like Stewart's Ferry, I see a semi-truck just nail a deer. Just boom, and it hits the wall and it's out. And I just thought, this is a perfect opportunity. And I was driving like this old school 88 Cadillac, and I pulled it on over. And I'm backing on up to the corpse, and I was just, like, people are zooming by, and I just thought, you know what, that's alright, I can do this. And I get out, and I pop the trunk open, and I tried to grab it by the front and hoist, like, the front legs up into the back of the truck, and then roll but it's heavy as crap. It's like a 7-point deer. And so like I finally, like I got underneath it on the ground, and I brought it up onto my body, and then I kind of took one step up and another, and rolled it up onto the bumper, and then I just had to rest for a while. And then I finally got the tail end up onto it, and then just gave it a shove, and it rolled on over. And like the only bloody part of it was its head. You know, so I left that hanging out of the trunk, and like bungee corded the trunk lid down with the deer head hanging out. And then I got off Stewart's Ferry, and these guys are doing construction on the exit, and they're just like, what the hell? Organic meat, dude. So I cut back to the house, and I got on the phone, and I called like this kind of family-run butcher in Mount Juliet, and I knew they would do it. And that guy, he was like, well, do you have a tag from the ranger? And I was like, I didn't shoot it, dude. It's roadkill. And he's like, oh, you gotta call the cops and get a tag, and it's gotta be a legitimate thing. I was like, I didn't drive into the woods and hit it with a truck. I mean, if you did an autopsy, it's gonna have like mass. There are no bullets. I didn't do this I wasn't spotlighting deers on the interstate. You know, it's dead. We just field dress it and cut it up, and so I can take it home and load it in the thing. And he was like, no, you've got to call the cops. Well, I was on my way somewhere, obviously. I didn't have time for this shit. So like, I just doubled back to the house, and my wife's a nurse, so she was kind of sleeping it off, because she worked overnight. So she's at the house, and I come in, and I was like, baby, I need your help. I've got a deer, and I need to bring it in. This is cold. It is like February. I need to bring it in and put it in the chest freezer. I gotta find a guy that'll do it or whatever. And she's like, what? You know, and then she didn't want to help me, but I was like, listen, I'm gonna drag it myself all the way, and the neighbors are gonna just watch me for a half hour as I do this. So help me. So finally, she got out there, and she got deer blood on her and freaked out. But I got it, like I broke a leg, and I got it into the chest freezer. And then I got put car batteries on the lid of the freezer. And so it's all like in there, and then I get online and I started twittering about it. And like, I need a hunter. I need somebody who knows how to field dress a deer. And my buddy, one of my high school buddies from Florida, you know, his wife called me or whatever, and she's like, you're an idiot, first of all. She's like, second, you gotta do it quickly or the guts will set in. And I'm like, I don't know, whatever, come on. Just tell me how to do it. So long story short, I strung it up in the backyard and gutted it, and all my neighbors watched in horror.